Oh, this looks interesting. Let's take a walk and see what's going on.
Hi, David and Deanna. Welcome to Soothe.
Thank you. Tell me just real quick, what is Soothe Your Soul?
Soothe Your Soul is a place where you can come to feel better. That's the whole point of it. We sell retail products that have a purpose. They're either designed to give back to a charity, for simple inspiration, to support a local artist, a woman-owned company, a mom-owned company. We have lots more criteria, but they all give back in some way. We offer yoga. We have a full yoga studio that is geared mostly for beginners, so it's a safe place to start your practice. We offer massage, orthopedic, prenatal, relaxation, rehabilitation massage. We offer craniosacral therapy. We also offer Reiki treatments, homeopathy. I think that's about it.
Yeah. How did you get into this?
Well, it started about 9 years ago. My first husband died in an accident, and I was doing traditional grief therapy with my 2 young kids, trying to kind of find my way back, trying to help them, and we weren't having a lot of success. So I started looking into alternative practices and different forms of therapy and wellness, and I came across a Reiki practitioner who gave me a treatment, who really helped me, kind of opened my eyes to a whole nother side of treatment. And I began traveling to pursue and find different people who worked in these modalities, and I had to travel out of state. So when I came back, started feeling better, my kids and I were starting to heal, I started to look into the possibility of being able to bring that to my own community here in Oxford.
What is, for someone at home that doesn't know, Reiki, what does that entail? I mean, how did that help you?
Well, Reiki is a Japanese healing modality. It is focused on working on the whole of a person, the holistic healing. So we're talking mind, body, and spirit. So it's a relaxing treatment. If you're just coming in, you're going to lay on a massage bed, you're going to be fully clothed in comfortable clothing, and it involves the practitioner actually just setting their hands on your body and working with your energy field. You know, if we all think back to like high school science class, everything's energy before it's in the physical, before it's in the emotional, it's all energy. So if we can work at that level and help to balance their energetic system, you start to see symptoms disappear, you start to see people feel better.
Okay, and so other things weren't working for you.
And this worked.
You know, when I have a sign, funny that you say that, in my office that says, please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Jill Bolte-Taylor is awesome.
Right?
Yes.
I truly agree with you. Everything is about energy. And so we're going to do some yoga
Yes.
later. Tell me why yoga is good for you.
Yoga is wonderful because it works, again, holistically, and that's what we're trying to do, is not to treat symptoms, we're trying to treat the whole of a person. So if you get into a yoga class, you're working physically on your energy, which sets you up to be more relaxed, to be more calm, to be able to get into that meditative state that's going to heal your mind. And of course, there's always emotional benefits with that. So you take somebody who's been in chronic pain and you start to help them relieve the physical pain through yoga, there obviously are going to be emotional benefits.
You know, if you look out the window here, you see how busy everyday life is on this road. And so do you think people should come off the street and come into this place because it would benefit them?
Absolutely. And when they do take the time to walk in, they go, oh, it smells really good in here. Oh, it's slower. I mean, and everybody, the comment that we get all the time is, I feel so much better and I'm just standing here.
Do you think you're a little hidden gem in this town?
I'm trying not to be hidden, but you know, we're upstairs here and we're new, so it's taking a little time, but we'll get the word out.
You get the word out? Do you want to welcome people to come in here?
Absolutely, please come.
And tell me about the store. I see that you have a lot of things going on here, and like you said, it smells good. The thing you mentioned earlier, I want to talk about the giving back thing, why that's important to you, and about the products.
The products, as I mentioned earlier, we try really, really hard to source from as many local vendors as possible because it's important to me to shop local, shop independent. So, some of my artists are moms that I met through the PTO. Others have, found us. All of our products just have a purpose, and they're here to make you feel better. So we're introducing new things to people, whether it's aromatherapy and how you can start to replace some traditional medicine with herbals or organic stuff, whether it's a picture you hang on your wall with an inspirational quote. We're just trying to find a way to help you feel better.
And help your community.
And help our community.
You come into this store and there are several things from relaxing oils to jewelry that's made by local artisans. There's some herbs, some spices, there's cards. There are those great signs that you see, those thought-provoking signs and sayings that make you stop and have an aha moment for a second. And a lot of this stuff, what's great about this store is that it's from local artists, and she said a lot of the stuff too benefits certain charities. The people that create these products have charities in mind and they donate part of the proceeds. So I think the stuff that's in this store is fantastic.
Blanket to sit on. We might be balancing today, right? Did she? Awesome. 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 All right, let's get started. Welcome, everyone.
Well, I'd never done yoga before, and I do work out 2 or 3 times a week, so I was actually surprised at how much I sweat. A lot of it, wasn't about the pose, but it was about the breathing and just relaxing, but some of those poses were really difficult.
Great. Inhale, open up the front of the body. Now push your hips back to your heels, rest in child pose once again. So if you have tight feet, you can put the blanket right underneath your feet. If you ate before you came, you can open up those knees, let the belly hang, listen to yourself breathe. Every time your mind wanders off, because you get pretty good at breathing, and your mind can wander off while listening to your breath, engage the body.
I had the preconceived notion that I couldn't do yoga because I'm not a flexible person. So when I came in here, it wasn't all about doing the pose to look like an expert or be a pro. You had to let your ego go. You had to check it at the door. That's the one thing that I thought. Because, I was checking out of the corner of my eye, seeing how everybody else was doing things, but I realized it wasn't about what everybody else was doing. It was about me pushing, my limits and just relaxing and centering myself. And I found the more relaxed I became, the easier it became. I didn't have to, do the pose like a pro or like the girl that's been doing this for 5 years. I just did what was comfortable for me, and I found I started to really sweat by just doing that, because it was challenging for me. But the breathing thing was difficult as well. You had to breathe through your nose the whole time, and instinctively you wanted to breathe through your mouth because some of the poses were so difficult.
So now you're going to inhale, rise up to the balls of your feet. Exhale, glance forward and just baby step your feet right up towards your hands. So you're going to notice those tight hamstrings as you bring your feet up. Keep your legs bent. Keep them bent a whole bunch. And now you're going to grab a hold of your elbows and just hang right over your legs. Check out your feet. The feet should be parallel to the outsides of your mat. You want to straighten them out, line up all the tendons. Listen to yourself breathe and just hang over your legs. So this is your first standing forward fold.
Well, the meditation was at the end of the yoga, and she guided you through the thought process of you're laying there trying to just be an observer to your own thoughts. My mind races. I'm constantly thinking about a million things. So that part actually was challenging for me, and I think it would take a few more times before I can actually get into that meditative state, but she was guiding you through thinking about certain loved ones and whatnot, and pushing that energy through, say, your index finger. And then she'd have you think about the leaders of this country and them making good decisions. And, you know, you push that through another finger. So you really were trying to feel the energy move through your body instead of actually thinking about that, but observing your thoughts and pushing them in different directions.
Tell everybody out there.
Oh, I did.
Excellent.
But I'm going to change real quick, and then
Thanks.
I'll say goodbye to you guys. Anna, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming in.
This was wonderful. I wish I could start my day every day like this.
Well, you can.
I can?
Come on over.
I think everybody should come in here and at least do this once, because I actually do feel so relaxed right now. And I thank you so much for having me in here.
I'm glad you tried it. Thank you.
All right. We're taking a walk in Addison Township, and we're here at the Bear Paw Cafe, and I hear they got some good food, so we're gonna go inside and check it out. Hi, welcome to the Bear Paw. Hi, I'm David.
Derek Stevens, nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. Can't wait to try some of your food.
Absolutely, that's great.
Tell me about the Bear Paw Cafe.
Well, the Bear Paw Cafe, it's been the Bear Paw Cafe for about 8 years or so. And the owners who created the Bear Paw Cafe, they had it for about 5 years. And then the owners of the building and the property, they came in and ran it for about 3 years. And then they sold everything, the name and the property and the building and everything, and I bought it, and I've been here for 6 months.
Oh, so you're fairly new at this.
Yes.
So what is so special and unique about the Bear Paw? I mean, what would I come in and get if I came here that's your specialty?
The food that we serve at the Bear Paw it's based on quality, and it's not based on quantity. You know, that we use a lot of Michigan originated products. We use black Angus beef as opposed to just regular beef. We use, our bacon comes out of Port Huron instead of just wherever it can come from. We use Cook's ice cream that comes from the Cook's Dairy Farm in Ortonville. As I was saying before, the quality of our stuff is better than, it's not your standard run-of-the-mill restaurant food. We use black Angus ground beef also, you know, for taco meats and nachos and stuff like that. It's not a gourmet cafe, but it's almost one, you know.
Why is it important to use local stuff in your?
One, to support the local community, and then support the state of Michigan, you know, as much as we can, and that's what we do, you know. As far as the local community, this is where I was born and raised, and that's obviously what's brought me back here. My grandmother owned a bait store for about 25 years here, just down here on the curve, and that was another draw for me to come back here and try to, you know, continue a business, you know, in Lakeville, you know, from what my grandmother, what I grew up with, you know, doing with my grandmother.
So those values are important to you, family, yes, and being back home.
Yes. We have a lot of regulars that come in and get our calzones. We have regulars that come in and get our Reubens, you know. We have regulars that come in and get pastas. We have regulars that come in and get our walleye dinner twice a week, you know. Some of our calzone regulars are daily customers, you know. I can't say that there's one item better over the other. You know, most of our side items are fries, or fried mushrooms, or potato skins, onion rings. All of that's made here. It's, you know, we don't buy the frozen ones, and everything is made here.
So you have your own batter and everything?
Yes. Our pizza sauce is homemade here, and it's a truly Italian recipe. It doesn't come out of a can, you know, and we have a blended cheese, so it's not just mozzarella cheese, you know.
Tell me about, did I see on the sign that you have pasties here?
We also have pasties. The pasties are homemade, but they're not homemade here. They're homemade from Uncle Peter's Pasties out of Clarkston. They are homemade there, and he is an approved facility, who also recently just received his FDA approval to go larger, I guess. But they are homemade there. Still, they're not made on a line or a chain. They're all made individual still, and that's where we get ours.
Okay. What are you going to be having me make today?
Today we're going to show you how we do lemon peppered walleye and chicken carbonara pasta.
Okay, and last thing, why should someone come in here?
People should come in here, one, for the environment, the friendliness, two, for the quality of the food. Again, back to the things being homemade. We don't make our stuff ahead of time. For example, the chicken carbonara, you'll see as we make it, the sauce is made per order. Not just for you, but it's made like that for every customer, okay? And then, you know, for the quality of the food versus the price of the food, it is comparable to each other.
Okay.
Kid Rock has not been in here since I've owned it, but when he was dating Pamela Anderson, they were frequent customers of the Bear Paw. He does come out to this lake several times throughout the summer. His mom and dad both have houses on this lake, and I'm hoping that he would come in because I like what he stands for as far as the way he does charity work and stuff like that. He actually does it for the person, not for the big organization. And I like the way he believes in sharing what he's been blessed with.
Hi, I'm Ken LaPlace, and I'm the new director here at OCTV, and I'm on a recruiting mission. I want you to join us. Here at OCTV, we're launching a new revolution in public access television, one that's going to take us in a direction that's exciting and challenging. We're not just going to make videos here, we're going to make real movies. Movies, for example, with real Hollywood equipment, just like you see here. We're going to make exciting videos for online, things that you'll be interested in, and you're going to have a real creative mind to join us, but that's what I want. And then we'll be able to take all that creativeness that you have and be able to put that into our editing systems here, some of the finest software packages on the market. We'll teach you how to do animation. We'll teach you how to do motion graphics and put together your videos. And yes, like I said, we'll be able to do some really cool movies here. We'll be able to do that because we have a lot of equipment that you, as a movie maker and a video person, will love. For example, we've got all the lighting utensils here. We have plenty of sound gear. Say you want to become a TV reporter. Well, we have an entire set here, and I'll be able to teach you how to be a multimedia journalist, and you'll be able to take that information and hopefully maybe you can get a job. I've been in the business for over 30 years, and I intend to teach you how to take my experience and use it for your benefit. And of course, we've got sound stages. We're going to do all kinds of bands and interviews, and I need your creative minds to be able to say, hey, look, I can help you dress this out. I can tell you what kind of shows I want, but it's going to take you. I'm on a mission. I need your help. OCTV, come on down. Talk to me. Again, I'm Ken LaPlace.
What are we making today?
We're going to make lemon pepper walleye fillets with our house potatoes, our home fried potatoes, and a chicken carbonara comes with bread as served with the menu.
Is this something new on your menu, or is this
Yes,
something you're trying?
This is brand new. We've had a couple requests.
These?
We've had a couple requests for it, and for broiled fish, because we usually sell it as a fry, but this is brand new to us. I've only made a couple orders here, so we're going to see what we do today.
Do some cooking in the kitchen. This is walleye?
It's walleye fillets.
Is this local walleye?
No, we ordered, right now it's coming out of, I believe it's coming out of Canada.
Oh, okay.
Because their reserves in this area are kind of depleted. So it's coming out of Canada now.
Okay.
But we buy them from Cisco.
So what are we going to do with this one?
I laid it on parchment paper, that way it won't burn, because I'm going to bake it in the oven. And we're just using a lemon pepper seasoning.
Okay. You can just look right at me. Pretend he's not even there.
Coat this well.
Now, do we do just one side?
Yes, just do one side. It'll bake through. Because the other side it's a skin-on product.
Okay.
So you want to just bake your fillets up. And this is going to take about maybe 6 minutes. About 6 minutes.
And this is a pizza oven?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can broil in them, but now we're going to set the timer. I'm going to set it for 4 minutes and then we'll check it. Okay, the carbonara, this is a charbroiler. I'm going to put it on the burner, but first we use vegetable oil. Just enough. I'm going to coat the bottom of the pan pretty good. Let that, it's already kind of warmed up because it's been on the burner. Then we're going to go with our fresh garlic.
About how much garlic?
Yes. About a good teaspoon. Now you're going to let that brown up, get that heated, and let that brown up.
Okay.
The chicken breast.
So you're just going to cut that into strips?
Yes, I just leave it in strips.
Okay.
And it gets bacon, green pepper, and a little bit of red onion, and the peas are just a garnish, more of a color at the end. Okay, see our garlic's starting to get that golden color and it's popping? Okay, now we're going to get everything else out we need. We're going to use the white wine, the chicken stock, heavy cream, and Parmesan.
We're going to add this all to the pan?
Yeah. Then your wine.
Okay.
Okay. And now we let that reduce until it takes the alcohol content out of the wine.
Okay.
Let
So
it
it's going to
reduce.
cook out.
Yeah, it'll cook out. It doesn't take long. We'll put it back to the burner. Right now we want to put our bacon and our onion and our green pepper.
Okay.
A little of each. And we'll saute that. You don't want to kill it. You want to make sure it's still al dente.
Okay.
So don't. And then we'll add our chicken in a minute.
So you still want some crisp?
Yeah, you want it to be crisp because it's going to get a cream sauce and it's going to get the pasta. It's all going to be tossed together eventually.
Okay.
But now we just want to break down the onions and the fat a little bit. Add the chicken breast, yes, right in.
Okay.
Now we're going to want to put a little more chicken stock and a little more wine in it just to get it wet.
About like that much?
Yep, that's much.
And this is your wine?
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
Now we'll let that cook in case we don't want to burn it up before we get it to the table.
Oh, that looks good.
It's got a couple more minutes, but we'll do that after we get the pasta done.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? We're gonna fill the bottom of the pan.
Fill the bottom?
Go around the whole outside.
Is that good?
A little more. Yep, that's perfect. Now see what we do with this is we let it reduce. It'll thicken on its own, And the Parmesan adds the final when we throw the pasta and the peas in and toss it together. But we want to let this reduce. See how it's starting to bubble on the outside?
Yeah.
Let it do that all the way around before you add your Parmesan, or it might break. And if it breaks, it's grainy looking, and you don't want that. You don't want it to be a creamy.
Gotcha.
Then we're going to add our Parmesan,
Parm?
if you would.
How much do you want me to?
Sprinkle it over the top evenly, all around.
Like this?
A little more. About twice that much what you've got. That'll help thicken the sauce.
Is that good?
Okay. We'll let that keep going. Now we're going to add the peas to it.
I'll give
Pour
it
the whole pea, all the peas in it. It's more of a garnish than anything.
Give it a little color.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it a little color. And then we can add the pasta. And
You ready for the pasta?
throw the pasta right in.
Okay.
Now you just want to mix this in.
Now we got some fancy flipping going on.
Many years. Okay, now we're going to give it, see it's a little dry, so we can give it a little splash of the heavy cream and a little more parm, and then we're ready to plate it.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that good?
And a little bit more parm.
A little more parm.
A little bit more parm. That way it's not so dry. High heat, it won't burn. So we're just going to plate this.
I'm actually really excited to try this. This looks amazing.
Okay, now this here, the only garnish this is going to get is I put just a sprinkle of Italian seasoning on it, just for color. You can use parsley, whatever you want really, but I just put a little bit of that. Okay, that one's complete. It's ready. Our fries got just a minute. And we'll toast the bread for the
In here?
that. Yeah. That will match that. I don't really check it by time. I just wait till it's golden brown. It's got a garlic butter. That's the lemon pepper.
So you
the
get a
house
whole potato.
With a whole potato.
A lot of
And then
fries.
we got the chicken carbonara. We'll get
With
the
our
bread
breads
out.
being
I'll grab
toasted?
the plate for the bread. And lay this out. And we're ready to serve.
Order up. Looks good. I was very enthusiastic about it, so I'm really excited to try this. It's a good, thick, creamy sauce. That's delicious. And this is on your menu?
Yes, it is.
So, how's the fish?
It's very good. Very good.
So if you want to try some of this delicious chicken carbonara like I had, and you want to sit out here on the lake, come to the wonderful Bear Paw Cafe in Addison Township. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. We'll see you next time. You were in that. Did you just look at the camera?
I did.
I'm scared.